Is the new boxing film Christy any good, or is it just another formulaic biopic? Let's find out. Que lo que, mi gente del Caribe. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate your support as always. Today we're going to be talking about Christy. This stars Sydney Sweeney and Ben Foster, and it is the true story following the harrowing journey of Christy Salters and her boxing career as the first female boxer to be taken seriously in the sports industry. I really enjoy Sydney Sweeney as an actress, so I was really looking forward to seeing this film. And when I saw the set photos of it and how she was really dedicating herself to this role and trying to put on muscle to properly portray this character, this real life person, I was really intrigued to see how the final result was going to be. And honestly, I highly enjoyed this film. I don't fully understand why some of the ratings feel so low. I thought it was a very effective biopic, not without its issues, but I think that the positives of this film far outweigh any of the cons that I could possibly list, and I found myself very invested in this film. For starters, Sydney Sweeney, she gives an impeccable performance of this woman who is so misunderstood and trying to seek something better for her life. And you could see how this affected her as an individual. This pursuit, this journey, this desire for something better in the pursuit of her passion as well that she found along the way, but how other things can get in the way of that and destroy your passion and try to destroy you as well. And so I found Sydney Sweeney's performance of that and how she portrayed that, evoked that emotion, and gave you that sense of what this real life individual was going through was really beautiful and impactful and effective. You also have a very strong and frustrating performance from Ben Foster. He's incredible in this film, but of course the individual that he's portraying, it's really hard, to play a role like that. So I have to imagine that that was a very taxing role and taxing mindset for him to get into. And so he gives a really phenomenal outing in this film. So they accomplish their mission in getting you to feel how the central character felt, these kind of boxed in emotions that she wanted to let out but wasn't able to in the moment. And so it's really tragic. It's a very, very heartbreaking and tragic tale. It's very harrowing and humbling. Which is all to say that this movie is very moving and it's very intentionally told with a lot of respect and love and care for the real life individual, Christy Salters, that was in this situation and her upbringing in life and how she came to be this pioneer of female boxing. And so it was really affecting, emotionally affecting to see how they accomplished that and to see how dedicated they were to telling an honest story. I didn't personally know the true story of Christy Salters. I'm not huge into sports typically, so I'm not very well informed of, what was happening in the news around this time. But it felt very honest to the history of it, and it was very engaging in how the story was told and how it all unfolds. The boxing sequences are very well filmed too, and the action is incredible. You really feel the punches. The fight choreography is astonishing. I thought it felt very raw and very grounded, and it felt very authentic. And so I really enjoyed those boxing sequences, and they really set out to give you a holistic film. And to top it all off, there's really potent and important themes on domestic violence and how that can affect us as individuals and how we need to watch out for the signs of that and be willing to offer help when it's needed and be ready to provide that help when someone steps forward and is ready to do so. And so I found that the way this was explored was so emotionally heavy but important. And I was deeply moved by this film. In terms of issues, I will say the score, the music throughout some of the sequences felt like it didn't match. It felt just a little bit out of place, and it would take me out of the experience at times. And I really wish they would have kind of redid some of the music work there and added a better score that more so elevated the sequence and matched it properly, because some of it simply just felt out of place. Other than that, this movie is definitely more of a slow burn, and so there is some drag in the pacing, and the story can definitely feel really stagnant at times. However, it all feels necessary. So this movie clocks in around 2 hours and 15 minutes, which I do think is just a little bit long, but at the same time and in the same breath, I don't think I would have removed anything from the film. So even though it feels stagnant at times and it kind of drags its feet at moments, it feels necessary and it feels integral to the character development and to the development of the story of what it's trying to convey and the messages it's trying to portray, while telling the real life history of this person and of this situation. Other than that, some of the costume and hair design felt really weak, and it took me out of the experience a lot. There's a lot of moments where I can tell that's a wig, I can tell that's fake prosthetics to make them look a different way, and it just felt cheap, and I really wish that they would have upped the quality of that hair and costume design and all of that. So it was really disappointing, and that really did take me out of the experience a lot. So I think you'll notice it, and I think you might be offset by it as well. Nonetheless, in terms of the core of this film, I don't think it affects it that deeply. So I still highly loved this movie. I am so impressed with it, and I think that this film should be getting a lot more credit. And it's a really solid biopic, and I really loved it. So I am going to give Christy a 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely check this film out. If you like boxing movies, if you like biopics, if you like true stories, and if you like films that try to tell an honest interpretation. From the research that I did, it sounded like they were trying to be as honest to the historical facts as possible. So if you're someone that appreciates that, I think that you'll appreciate this film as well. I really loved it. So yeah, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Did you guys watch Christy? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What worked for you in this movie? What didn't work for you? I'd be curious to hear your thoughts down in the comments below and continue the conversation. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for watching as always. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.